Hey guys, we're going to be making aloo gobi today. Just sprayed my pan with some coconut oil. And you're supposed to use fresh cauliflower with this, but I don't have fresh. I have frozen. So I'm going to use 2 bags of frozen. These are 12-ounce bags of just the florets. And I've got about 6 tiny small potatoes. The recipe will be linked below. I'm making alterations because I don't have everything. Like I don't have cumin seeds. I don't have amchur, which is mango powder. But I do have ginger garlic paste, which is just grated ginger and grated garlic together. So I have garam masala, turmeric, red chili powder, and this is cumin coriander powder. And I also don't have any fresh tomatoes because they went bad. No! So I'm going to use a little bit of diced tomatoes in a can. I know it's not going to be the same, but it's still going to be delicious. I'm also using some frozen chopped onions in place of fresh. So I've got both bags of cauliflower florets, and I'm just going to cook these for a little while before adding the potatoes. I'm going to let the potatoes and the cauliflower cook down a little bit, and then I'll show you what I'll do next. I didn't even need the oil spray, so keep that in mind if you're using frozen. If you're using fresh, just spray a little bit. So we're going to add the potatoes. So I'm going to cook these down and get some color on the potatoes, and I'll be back. And don't forget your fresh cilantro or coriander. If your potatoes and cauliflower start sticking, if you're not using oil, go ahead and add a splash of water just so they get unstuck and you get all those brown bits off the bottom. Sorry, doing this with one hand, not the best. So yeah. Keep doing that until you get some color on your cauliflower and your potatoes, and add water or oil when needed. Alright, when you start getting a little bit of brown on your cauliflower and your potatoes, take them out. If you're using oil, drain them on paper towels and set them aside. For me, I'm just going to scoop these out and put them in a bowl, and then I'm going to move on to the oven. So, before I do anything else, I'm going to put a splash of water in the bottom of my pan, just so I can get up any of those brown bits, and also to cook the onions. Even though the onions are frozen, they're going to let off their own water anyway, but we're going to go ahead and since we're not using cumin seeds, we're not going to fry them in oil, but this is the step where you would do that. So we're going to add a cup of frozen onions, and that might not be enough. Yeah. And 2 cups, and that should be about maybe the size of your onion. Doesn't say, it just says 1 medium onion chopped. So if you like onions, add extra onions. If you don't like onions, then don't add as many onions, or any onions at all. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna let these cook until they're translucent, and then I'll move on to the next step. Yum. Is there no better smell than onions cooking and garlic cooking together? Speaking of, we're going to go ahead and add the ginger garlic paste into this. Yas. And then we're going to cook that until the raw smell is gone. Alright, now we're going to add in our tomatoes. Like I said, I'm using canned, but you use fresh. The recipe calls for fresh, so we're going to mix this all up. Smells so good in here already, and we haven't even added all the stuff. So I ended up adding my garam masala to my same bowl with the rest of the spices. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to wait and add that last. So you're going to add your turmeric, your coriander powder, and your red chili now, and then you're going to add your garam masala. So I'm going to try my hardest to just add those 3. And once your tomatoes have cooked down a little bit, that's when you add those 3 spices. Isn't that pretty? This smells amazing, you guys. Alright, so we are going to cover the pan, and we're going to let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Alright, and then we're going to add back our potatoes and our cauliflower. and give this a good mix. Y'all, this is a thing of beauty. You're gonna go ahead and add in your coriander, or your cilantro, whatever you call it. Give it a good mix, and then you're gonna add in your garam masala, and then you're gonna turn it to low and let it cook for about 5 to 6 minutes. Look at how pretty that is. All right, we're gonna add garam masala. Stir that in and let it cook. At this point, guys, you're gonna add salt. I'm gonna be using garlic salt because why not? And you're gonna also cook it down until your potatoes and your cauliflower are completely done. My potatoes have a little bit longer to go, but basically you just wanna watch it. If it starts to stick, add a little bit of water. And yeah, just keep an eye on it. Ta-da! Aloo Gobi. So good. This is so yummy, you guys. Even without having everything, it's still really good. Try this, make this. Seriously, link in description. I'm gonna go grub. See you guys in the next one. Bye!